All right, welcome to part two, going over real estate. And this is more just about your brand growth and conversion, right? Like, hey, they've landed, they've gone through, they see us, and what do we need to do from here, right? And so I think what's important that as we're doing anything, we, as we're executing, it can't just be well, I did it, let's just see what happens, right? I don't care if we're talking about open houses, geographical farming. Like, we have to be intentional with whatever we're doing. We can't just do it for the sake of doing it and saying, well, hey, I showed up and I real estated today, right? Like, that does not work. So let's talk about the 80-20 principle to start this thing off, for the six personal perspectives. So when we're talking about the 80-20 principle, we know that 80% of our results are going to come from 20% of our actions. All right. And so all we need to do is focus on the few activities that will have and that will drive the biggest impact items for us and our businesses. So when we think about this for Instagram, all right, when we talk about Instagram, it doesn't mean the more we post that we're going to have more leads. Like, how awesome would that be if that was the case? Then every day, that's all we should do is just go and unload our photos just directly into Instagram, and we would all be rich. And what we do know is that it's going to be the right post, it's going to be the right time with the right message, and we're going to have results. Because if we curating the content that we need to curate, and we're taking the mind share that we need to take from the right people, then someone's going to land on that message, and we're going to be in emotional proximity to them, and we will transact business. So we need to go through and let's make sure that we're identifying our high impact content, which is what we went over yesterday, our educational reels, our local insights, and then we're going to be sending some DMs going back and forth that are going to convert. What we do know is this: just because we're busy does not mean we're productive, right? And this can go for anything and everything that we talk about. I don't care how we build our businesses, right? Like, you can do this via social media, you can do this as open houses, geographical farm, sphere of influence, insert whatever here. But we have to be intentional. We cannot just show up, check off the checkbox, and say, all right, let's hit our rain dance and the business will come, because unfortunately it doesn't work that way. But we also can't judge every post, right? And as we can't judge every post, we can't just post to post. We have to post with purpose. And the other thing is this: we can't spend hours designing a post, right? Like, you can't. We have to go through, we do have to create content. We do have to be purposeful with our content, but we have to be making sure that we're posting good content that is going to win. And I don't mean like it's perfectly curated. I mean the messaging's the right message. So when we're thinking about this, let's start talking about training for a marathon. All right. Like, what do we do? Like, if we're going to go do a marathon, we're probably going to get some gear. We're going to make sure we got the right running shoes. Maybe we're going to go get ourselves one of those like water bottles that attaches to the hand, right? Maybe some sweatbands, like whatever that looks like. We're probably going to go on YouTube and watch some videos, right? Like, we're going to go figure out, like, how do I run? Like, guys, there's people that run all kinds of different ways. And we just need to make sure that, we're got the right way that works for us. And we're going to plan our routes. But it's the running that actually matters, right? At the end of the day, it's about the running. All right. So, like, while we're going to go through, we're going to plan and we're going to get ready. Like, what actually matters about all this is the actual run itself. So this is the question that we need to ask, as we're thinking about the 80-20 principle from six personal perspectives. Is what I'm doing right now part of my 20% that's going to move my business forward? And so if this is day two for you as we're jumping in this, and this is saying that, hey, you find social media important and you're going to lean into it. So let's talk about your bio. All right. So your bio is the very first thing. When we're talking about the bio, right, we're going to think of Ryan Serhant, right? I like what Ryan Serhant does. Firstly, it's got to look professional. All right. So we have a professional looking bio. It gives users instant context, right? We look at this thing. This is Ryan Serhant. He's the founder and CEO of Serhant Technologies. He has these two brands that you can, or these three brands that we can actually click on. He has a Netflix show. And then he has his link tree. But I go through here, this dude's posted 1,300 times, at least that he's kept on his Instagram. He's got 2.6 million followers, and he's following 1,300 people. Let's round it up. Let's call it 1,400. So when we're going through and we're creating our bio, guys, look through your bio and make sure you have your name, right? No guessing. Like, who are you? And like, if you're going through, like, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's businesses, there's accounts out there where they don't have their name. They have like some weird nickname on there. Get your name on there. Like, it's you. Put your brand out there. Location, put where you are, right? Real estate. You're the Arvada real estate agent. You're the Denver real estate agent, Westminster, right? Like, where are you serving? The team name, if you're a part of a team, let's shout it out. And the brokerage name. The brokerage name is going to give you some credibility. Your awards. If you're going through, if you're a DMAR award winner, you're a top producer, whatever that looks like, let's put it out there. Let's shout it out. Let's throw out the flex. The link in bio. We're going to look at this a little bit later, but I do think you guys should have a link in your bio. All right. So I'm going to show you mine, and we're going to come play with it around with that at the very end of this a little bit. Your professional headshot. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be a professional headshot. I would just say, let's make sure that it's a clean headshot, right? To where we're going through, we're getting the photo taken, and we're putting it out there to where you maybe throw it through Canva and remove the background and then put it on a bright colored background. I think that works. And then maybe we're putting a hashtag, KW Colorado, your name real estate, right? Like, we're throwing some kind of hashtag. Keep it clean. I like the line breakups. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where you put in the breakup for every line. Emojis are okay. Just make sure that we're being intentional with them. All right, so there's your bio. The other thing that we should be looking at as we're creating our Instagram persona, because guys, that's what this thing is. This is a digital business card. This is what we are doing. This is our digital business card of look at me. So we're going through and we have these stories. 15-second photo video updates, right? That we should be going through. These are stories and highlights, right? And so the highlights, you can see that I actually put in the top right corner. This is just from KW. This is not a real estate agent. This is our Keller Williams Realty International brokerage house. And you can see what they've done. They've done Family Reunion 2025. They're bold. Mega Agent Camp 2024. Red Day 2024. Family Reunion 2024. Family Reunion 23, 22, right? Like, if you want to go relive any of those or see what they're about, you can do this. So be thinking about this. Like, as an agent, and I'm going to Keller Williams Realty International's Instagram, their digital business card, and I go and I click on this, and I'm thinking that I might want to go experience one of these things, but I don't know what they are. Well, look, I could jump on here and I can feel the excitement and see what they're about just by clicking through this. You have the ability to do this as well. Also, if you don't save it as a highlight, it's just going to live for 24 hours. So as you're going through and maybe you're doing one of those things that we talked about the other day, and you don't think that it was story grid, real grid worthy, create it, put it as a story, and within 24 hours, it will disappear. But yet your people will see it. So you can do a quick update, a quick sneak peek, open house reminders, any of this stuff. Hey, come check me out tomorrow. I'll be sending this open house. If you have any questions about the real estate market, or if you're interested in this neighborhood, or if you just want to say hi, come stop by, right? Just put it out there, geotag, put the stuff, send it. You guys can put polls and Q&As, countdowns, live video, all this. We'll talk about this here in a second, but like, there's engagement tools on every one of these stories, and that you guys can put it out there. If you think that it's worthy, right? Like, let's say that you're doing open houses, or you're doing a brokerage event or client appreciation event, or insert whatever here. Create a story highlight. You can go into Canva. They already have the templates. So go in, create a story template, and start branding them to you, and then upload it. So you upload a story, you click add to a highlight, you add the highlight, you add the photo in there, and rock and roll. This will stay permanently. And so you can click on any one of these, Family Reunion, Onward, Mega Agent Camp, underneath the profile and relive something that you thought was worthy, that you wanted to be up top of page, just so people can go through here. You can organize this: listings, events, FAQs, tips, and just build it out. And so not only did it hit people when it first went out, but now people can relive all of these highlights for you. And again, guys, this is going to show activity without blowing up your feed, right? Like maybe it doesn't have the aesthetics that you want, but you wanted to take mind share from people. This is where you would use that. And again, these highlights, these are evergreen marketing tools, right? Like maybe it's a behind the scenes, right? To where you're getting a photographer, you're getting photos of the photographer, you're getting photos of you just setting up open houses. Maybe you're just walking through, setting up the signs, and you just want to do a quick update. And maybe you turn this into a series. Guys, this is where this stuff gets cool, right? To where you're thinking about like, how could I build this? Maybe you're doing a series of you just opening doors, right? And so I would literally just have a highlight. It has like a photo of just a red door on it. And it's just you opening up doors into houses, and maybe just a quick pan out of the entry. And then it's over, right? Like it's just stuff out there where it's just content, and you don't think it's worthy enough to live in your grid, but it can live up here, right? And so it keeps your stuff 24/7 if people want to look up here. So you can actually go through and you can turn on your story archive. So then it will just kind of relive there. And like maybe you want to just throw it for a highlight later. You can always do that too. Videos, we talked about videos yesterday, right? We went big on videos. That was the part one's class on just the different videos that we could be doing. Here is a statistic: 48%. You have 48% more views on your content if it's a video. So outside of stagnant post, if we're doing video, this is where it's going to get bigger. So we have engagement, we have reach, we have time spent. Guys, like this is why it's important. People are going to get to know you. This is the thing like that we need to be thinking about. I can go to a networking event, I can go to an open house, I can go to insert whatever here. I can learn more about somebody by going to their Instagram, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their TikTok, their insert whatever here, more so than I probably could being in a room with them for about 30 minutes. So as you're putting out this information, this is where people are going to go to learn about you. And again, people are mindlessly scrolling through this thing. So might as well put your stuff in front of them to take massive mind share. Your Instagram video feeds, guys, keep it up to 60 seconds. Yes, you could do longer. You can do 90 seconds now, but here's the thing. Keep it 60. Most of us don't have enough engaging content to go 90 seconds. So let's keep it at 60. If you did Instagram TV, you could actually do a 60-minute long form content. And so like you could actually repurpose some stuff from YouTube if you wanted to, right? So you could take stuff, and guys, I would. You post something on Instagram, you're also going to post it across the Meta universe. So let's get it on Facebook as well. Might as well. Let's take that same content, put it on TikTok. Yes, you're going to probably want to put a cover on that one, throw that on there. Yes, let's put on a YouTube short, guys. Let's just take as much mind share because those platforms are all going to push. So if you were to do video ideas, right, here's a trailer to your upcoming listing. Full property tour, quick market updates, right? And that's just a, hey guys, just got this information from Land Title, wanted to share it with you. Hey guys, was just talking to my insurance rep over here at Altitude, and they let me know this was a new change, right? Like just posting this information, Q&A for buyers and sellers, your drone shots, right? Like you can go in through and do all kinds of stuff. You don't need a film crew. Your camera works here on your cell phone. We just need some natural lighting, some good audio, and you will push out content that people actually watch. I mean, and be thinking about this. How many times do you guys stay on something and you watch it maybe once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times? It does nothing to add value to your life except for in that moment. Now, what would it look like if other people were watching your content instead? So, guys, let's talk about tagging people, businesses, and locations. I actually do think this is very, very, very important that I think that a lot of us sleep on. All right. So, you guys can be tagging the brokerage. You can be tagging the other people, your vendor partners that you are working with. You could tag your clients, right? If you get permission from them, let's tag our clients. Let's put our client's story. Think about this. So you guys weren't, but I was poking fun at the agents that were posting hey, look at my client's brand new closing payday post, right? Where they go to the title company and they do all that. What would it look like for you to get a photo of your clients or their house, put a caption overlay right over it, tell their story a little bit. And then what would it look like for you to tag them on social media to now their people are seeing that you were their real estate agent. You told a story about how you helped them win. Think about the massive mind share that you would get. Not only you were in front of your people, but now you're in front of their people. It's going to expand your reach, and you're going to be in front of your sphere and their sphere. Tag users often reshare the post, right? They might post it as a story. So now it's getting even more reach and it's your post. It builds your brand visibility and collaboration. We also want to use geotags, like tag where you're at, tag that you're in Arvada, tag that you're in your brokerage house, change it up, right? Because people actually look for content in these specific areas. If you go to the gym, tag that you're at 24 hours. Think about it, right? You're at 24-hour, you're at the gym, you work out, someone else is looking for content at 24. They see you, they click on your post, they see you're a real estate agent, they like your content, they reach out to you. Or they say, oh my goodness, that person that's in the gym that I see there every day that I'm at's also a real estate agent. And maybe they come up to you at the gym and you have business, right? So we're going through, we want to tag it, homes for sale in the city. Use your location tag. So here's the thing, right? Like this is a post from the brokerage that I screenshot. It's from our class with Russ Nolting. That I was on a class earlier today, and Coachy started talking about the video that he played, right? The Just Do It. And so here's the thing: we tagged Russ Nolting, our regional director. We tagged the Colorado region. We had the brokerage in here, and guys, it has more views because now it's getting in front of Russ's people. It's getting in front of the people that follow the KW region. It's getting in front of our brokerage. And so it just expands, it multiplies, it compounds on one another to where we have more views and more visibility. So guys, be thinking about this. There's two different things. There's collaboration, there's tags. I'm going to show you guys this at the end. But a tag will just throw it on someone's their wall, but it's on a tag section. So it's not front and centered. If you guys go in and there's something that you've done that you want, like, hey, I want my open house that I'm doing in front of the people that follow my brokerage, then collaborate with us, right? Like maybe you're going through and you want more eyes, and that's where you hit the collaboration button. The other person has to accept the collaboration. But then what happens is now you're getting in front of somebody else's audience and it's living on their main grid as well. And you're just going to have more views on your stuff. So we talked about the interactive features, right? And so when we go through, we can get real-time engagement. I just went through here, and this was a story, and I didn't post this, but you go up and you go to story, and then you can see right above my head in that caption, there's that sticky note with a smiley face on it. You click on that sticky note, and it has all kinds of drop downs for you to do polls. You can ask questions. You can do the sliding scale if you want to. And you can go through, and this creates it interactive. People can upvote or downvote something. and you'll get more interaction. And guess what you can do after that? You can actually share those interactions if you wanted to, depending on what the posts look like. You can actually share what people said and then say, hey, so-and-so said this, and tell a story. You know who does this really well actually is Alexia in our brokerage. She'll go through, she asks questions all the time. She gets tons of engagement. And then what she'll do is she'll share their engagement and actually tell a story about why she thinks that that person voted that way. And it's great content. You'll get more views, and your viewers will turn into participants, and it will keep putting their content or your content in front of them because you told the algorithm that they care. The algorithm got told that they care because they engaged with it. So now the algorithm's going to keep pushing more of your content in front of them. So which backyard would you choose? Right? The fireplace or the swimming pool, right? And you can actually throw the emojis instead of the upvote, downvote, change the emojis. So now you have a photo of the pool, you have the photo of the fire pit, you have the one emoji, which is the person swimming, the one emoji is the fire. They choose which one, and you get to share that information. The stickers, right? Like you can throw any of the stuff out. You can put out quizzes. What would it look like to where you do the same thing, right? The who's going to crush Instagram. Why don't you put, based off of this kitchen, what do you think the value of the home is? Go take a picture of a great kitchen or the front yard or the view of a house from the backyard. Based off of this view, how much do you think this home is worth? And guys, you're going to get people engaging on your content, and then it will tell the algorithm that they care, and it will put more of your content in front of them. Use this, right? This is just weekly invitation that we should be putting out there, and people are going to see us more and more and more. Guys, we also have this. And so I don't know if anyone's playing with the carousel. I actually went through and I grabbed this carousel photo just from Place. So this is their Instagram account. And they're going through and they're showing off some of their featured properties. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there's certain accounts that you follow that maybe you engage with that they do these carousels. And inside the carousels, what they're doing is you engage with it a little bit, and then you come off of it. And then you go back on Instagram later, and it's the same post, it's a different photo. So your posts are getting multiple views because what you're doing is you're changing the photo, and you don't know what photo is going to catch somebody's eye. You don't know if it was the living room or if it was the kitchen or if it was this view, right? So what we're going is we're showcasing, and it's the flow of the home, right? We're just flowing through the house. We're highlighting the key features, right? The pretty stuff. I'm not going to go through and take, right? We got 30 photos on the MLS. Not all 30 photos are created equal. And there might be a photo that I actually didn't take from the MLS, but maybe it was that photo from the tree, right? Maybe I did get a little bit artsy. I just channeled my Airbnb photographer, and I took a photo and I put it out there and I told the story of the house. We can put floor plans on here. We can do before and after shots, the staging photos. And guys, more people will start clicking through here again because they're interested. It's going to tell the algorithm that they care. And it's going to put more stuff in front of them. Also, again, guys, like you're going to be going in here and doing this kind of content. And if they're engaging with you enough and they don't click through this, the next time that your stuff pops up, this caption pops up, it's going to be a new photo. It's going to be a brand new post to them. And they're going to see you again. And they're going to see you again. So your first photo is the hook image, right? Like, what image do I need to lead off with this thing? Because I know somebody's going to care. And then you add your short captions, right? To each slide for context, right? Your primary suite, mountain views, right? They went through and they put on their logo on here. So every one of their photos has their logo on there. And you just click through it and you play. All right, I told you guys that we're going to talk about some stuff today. And one of the things I want to talk about is this Captions AI app. Now, this is not the cheapest AI tool that there is. This one's about $100 a year. And so this one is a little bit more of an investment into your business. And again, you have to be dedicated to this. If you're going to say that Instagram is going to be my 20%, then yeah, I think this makes sense. If you're saying Charles talked about it and it looks fun, this is not something to spend money on. All right. So it has AI editing tools. This is actually probably one of the cool things about it, right? We talked about ChatGPT and how it kind of builds a reel for you. This thing actually, based off of what you're saying, will actually put a video together made by AI. And so like it's kind of neat. It puts subtitles in, which I love. You can actually do multiple language like dubbing over your video if you wanted to, and if that made sense. You can do voiceovers. If like you're going through your eyes are kind of moving around and you want it to still your eyes, it will. It will remove background noise. One of the things that I really love about this thing is that it has a teleprompter. And so if you guys have been watching any of my videos, it's a teleprompter screen. And so I'm staring at my camera and there's a teleprompter moving through and I'm just reading from the teleprompter.